up, everybody? All my people in Manhattan, the Boogie Down Bronx, Queens, all the way out Staten Island, my home borough, Brooklyn. Back at another video, and it's going to be on Super Bowl 49, be one of the greatest games ever, and it definitely is. Super Bowl 49 is one of the best Super Bowls I've ever seen, one of the best football games I've ever seen, and it was the best Super Bowl of the decade. 2010, 2019, easily the best Super Bowl. Okay? Kind of hurt saying that because, again, in the state of New York, a Giants fan, hate everything Boston, but I got to give credit and respect where credit is respect is due. Okay? But we're going to give a little background to this Super Bowl. Okay? Obviously, this is the Seattle Seahawks record. 12 and 4, number one seed in the NFC West and the entire NFC, Ran through the Panthers 31-17. They beat the Packers 28-22 in overtime. They had 6 Pro Bowlers: Cam, Marshawn, Sherm, Earl Thomas, Bobby Wagner, Russell Wilson. And in my opinion, and I meant to say this in the 2013 Seattle Seahawks video I did, and then be one of the greatest teams of all time, I think all 6 of these guys here will be in the Hall of Fame, including Bobby Wagner. I think Bobby Wagner's a Hall of Famer, just in my opinion. Okay, and then you have to have 5 All-Pros. This is the 2014 New England Patriots squad. They were 12 and 4, number one in the AFC, beat the Ravens barely 35-31, blew out the Colts 45-7. We all know about the Deflategate. They had 5 Pro Bowlers: Brady, Gostkowski, Gronkowski, Revis, and Matthew Slater, and 4 All-Pros. Brady will be in the Hall of Fame, of course. Gronk will be in the Hall of Fame. Revis will be in the Hall of Fame, and the kicker, I'm not so sure. So this team, when you look back on, probably have 3 Hall of Famers. 3. You also Dante Hightower, but you never know with him. He's still kind of young. So, and also Chandler Jones. So this team had about maybe 4 or 5 Hall of Famers, but both these squads were evenly matched. Both number one seeds, both same records, 12 and 4, evenly matched talent wise. The Patriots had a great secondary that year too. They had Darrelle Revis, they had Brandon Browner, who was on the Seahawks the year before in 2013 when they won the Super Bowl. They had Brandon Browner, they had was Devin McCourty, they had Logan Ryan. Like they had a good squad. They had a good secondary. Like I said, Dante Hightower, Chandler Jones, Vince Wilfork was still on the team from the U. On defense, he was an older veteran, but he was still on the team. Like, they had a good, legit defense. Obviously, of course, they had Brady. They had LeGarrette Blount. They had Gronk. They had Edelman. They had Amendola. Like both these teams were evenly matched. And that's why you got this here. Now, it says favorite, pick 'em, even toss up. Like, nobody could pick the Super Bowl. I couldn't pick the Super Bowl, okay? I wanted Seattle to win, but I was like, if New England won, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if this game went into overtime. And, of course, the first overtime in Super Bowl history happened 2 years later with the Patriots and the Falcons. But I'll probably have to do a video on that. Worst choke job, worst collapse in Super Bowl history, probably playoff history. But, other than the Bills coming back on the Oilers when the Oilers were up 35-3. But, in the wild card round. But, no, that's another video for another time. But, anyway, that's why I said both these teams were evenly matched. So it was kind of hard to pick them. Of course, here's Katy Perry during the halftime show. And the reason I'm showing this because, I'm not going to lie to y'all. The first half was boring as hell. That's what all the exciting Super Bowls, all the exciting ones, the first half be either low scoring and boring or they be blowouts. Like, for example, Super Bowl 47, the Ravens and 49ers. The Ravens were just kicking the Niners' ass. Like, it was like 28-6 at one point. Because after halftime, Jacoby Jones had that 110-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, which was like 20-6. Then the Niners started to come back. The Ravens were choking. They got 2 field goals. And then with that big defensive stop on Crabtree, so you could argue it was pass interference, and that was game. But, Super Bowls that always end up being the most exciting always start out as the most boring. Okay, it was 14-7 going into the half. Gronk caught a touchdown. The dude, Chris Evans, Chris Matthews had that little goal line turn around, make it 14-7. Then it was exciting. And then the second half, things started to kick off. Julian Edelman started to do his thing. And going into the fourth quarter, the Patriots were down 24-14. Like, Seattle started to pick up steam. And then that's when, Brady hit Amendola to make it 24-21. Then he hit Edelman to make it 28-24. It's funny. The Seattle Seahawks, the defense likes to blame Richard Sherman, or like to blame Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll for that loss. But they had a hand in that loss as well. Like, you guys had a 10-point lead going into the fourth quarter. And you're the Legion of Boom. This is the height of the Legion of Boom. People who didn't watch the Super Bowl, didn't watch it air in the NFL, don't understand. The Legion of Boom was the shit. Okay? Them 2, 3 years, 4 years, 2012, 13, 14, even 2015 with the Broncos, the Legion of Boom was the shit. Then they started getting hurt. And according to Cliff Averill, their defensive end, they were all hurt. Cliff Averill, their pass rusher, he missed the second half he had a concussion. Michael Bennett was scratched up. Sherm, Bam Bam Cam, for all times they were all nicked up. But hey man, when you decide to suit up, you decide to play, there's no excuses. No excuses. You guys suited up, decided to play, so I don't want to hear that we were hurt. Okay? So y'all had a 10-point lead going in this game, you blew it. Okay? Of course, here's Sherm getting in Brady's face, doing some shit talking. Sherm was the best trash talking in the NFL for about 3-4 years. Now, I don't know who that would go to. Say Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey ain't nothing but a fake ass Richard Sherman anyway. But that's we're back to this. Super Bowl. Like I said, they were up 10, and of course, Seattle went on that final drive. Let's see Julian Edelman's stats: 7 catches, 97 yards. Beast Mode pounding the rock, doing his thing, running the football. And Marshawn, if Seattle won the Super Bowl, Marshawn was going to be the MVP. I know a lot of conspiracy theorists say, oh, Pete Carroll loved Russell Wilson more. He didn't love Marshawn, so he wanted Russell to be the MVP and throw the game-winning touchdown and made the MVP. Even had Russell throwing the game-winning touchdown, I still think Marshawn would have got it. That's just me. I know that may not make sense to a lot of people, but to me, Marshawn still would have got the MVP had Russell Wilson had thrown the game-winning touchdown. But obviously that didn't happen, and you had this. Sorry, Seahawks fans. I remember Al Michaels giving that call. The pass is intercepted at the goal line by Malcolm Butler. And I never actually to mention, a couple plays before this, Russell Wilson threw a pass to Jermaine Kearse, which Malcolm Butler tipped, and it rolled on Kearse's stomach, his thigh, and he ended up catching it. It was like a miracle juggling catch. People were talking about, oh man, this happened 7 years ago. The New York Giants, the helmet catch, the sideline catch, David Tyree and Mario Manningham. That's what Chris Collinsworth said. How many players are always going to have in the Patriots like this? Mario Manningham, David Tyree, and now Kearse. And then people are like, oh man, Brady's going to lose another Super Bowl. Every time a team makes this type of catches, Brady loses a Super Bowl. And then Malcolm Butler made this. Probably the best defensive play in the history of the NFL. Okay, it is from a different angle. I'm sorry, Seattle fans. Okay, I was rooting for y'all. I was rooting for y'all to win, but this was, Lord. Okay, look, I understand the play. It wasn't a bad call. Okay, was it the right call? No, but it wasn't a bad call either. Just Malcolm Butler made a great defensive play. Richard Sherman's face. Sherman's about to cry like a little bitch. I respect Sherman. He's about to cry. Yo. The Seattle Seahawks, man, they were traumatized. They were traumatized after this shit. A lot of Seattle fans. And now the Legion of Boom is no more. If Seattle's going to win another Super Bowl, it's going to have to be their offense and an okay, above-average defense. Okay? Of course, in the aftermath of that play, of course, the Patriots got the ball back. Brady took a knee, and a lot of fights broke out. Michael Bennett, Bruce Irvin, Gronkowski. Fights broke out and everything. Gronk was heated, as you can see. Here's Richard Sherman, even though he was talking shit all game. He's like, hell, I give Richard Sherman credit. Even though he talks shit, he's a good sport. He tried to shake Michael Crabtree's hand, and Crabtree just mushed him in the face. His helmet. Sherman still reached down to help Brady up and shook his hand. And of course, Brady was named the MVP. Malcolm Butler and Julian Edelman went to Disney World. But what do y'all think, man? Is it the greatest Super Bowl ever played? Is this the greatest Super Bowl you ever watched? To me, Super Bowl 42 is the greatest Super Bowl I ever watched, and this would probably be second. Super Bowl 43 would be third. Okay, those are the 3 best Super Bowls I've ever watched. Okay, is this the best football game you ever watched? Comment down below, subscribe. Hit that like button. Brother grow on YouTube, all right? See you all.